Hey everybody, it's Holly with Farmhouse Chic, and I am going to show you how to make this adorable bunny at home with this do-it-yourself kit. So in your kit, you should have everything you see in this picture, and you may even have a couple things that are not pictured that you may need. So we will get started by taking your piece of sandpaper and just sanding. I've already sanded a little bit before I framed it for you. If you were coming in the shop, you would have got to use the nail gun, but obviously I cannot ship you the nail gun. So I framed it out for you. I am taping off the background part, separating it from the frame so I can stain my frame or paint the frame, whatever you've chosen. So you're just going to take a little bit of that painter's tape included and tape off and seal it really good so things don't bleed on top of each other. So now I am going to get my gloves on, and I'm going to get the stain, if that's what you're using, or the paint, and the rag. And you just need a little bit of stain on the rag. You don't have to glob it on. You don't want to make a big mess, or it will bleed under the tape all over the background of the part where the bunny's going to be, and you don't want that. So I'm hitting all my edges and my ends. You do not have to do the back. Nobody's ever going to see it. Unless it bothers you, go ahead and do it, but if it were me, I would not do it. So I'm staining my frame right now using the rag. Done with that, I'm going to set it aside, take my gloves off, get the tape off, and I get a blow dryer. You do not have to get a blow dryer. You can just set it aside and let it dry. I am impatient, so I like to blow dry it. Now I have covered the frame with tape, so you can see I've separated the frame from the actual background part. And the background of this one is going to be this pretty blue color, so I am doing a thin coat. We never ever glob paint. That's how you make a big mess and it bleeds under. And if you want it to look really nice, just take your time and do a nice thin coat. So this is the first coat. I'm going to take the blow dryer to it, get it dry pretty quick, and then do a second coat. 2 coats are always better. All right, so your stencil should come looking like this. I've already weeded your stencil for you and covered it with tape. In class, you would do that yourself, but for at home, I went ahead and did it. I'm peeling the back off of the stencil. So now it's going to be sticky, so be really careful not to let it fold on itself. If anything tries to come with that white backing like that, just stick it back down to that transfer tape and then continue to roll the back off. Just take your time so you don't fold your bunny over and ruin it and not be able to use it. And now I'm just setting it off to the side because I'm still waiting on my background to dry. So I'm taking the blow dryer to it. All right, it's done. I peeled the tape off. I had a little bit of bleed through there, so I'm taking my sandpaper and I sanded off where some of the paint got on the frame. I didn't like that, so I got it off. And I'm also sanding the background, the blue background, and that just kind of smooths it out and it makes your stencils stick a little bit better. And then take a paper towel that's in your kit and get the dust off of it. Put your bunny down like I just did, the sticky part. So you're sticking your bunny to your background now, and you're rolling, not pulling straight up, but rolling your tape off. Take your time doing this to make sure that the stencil stays stuck on your wood. Now you're going to get a sponge and you're going to get the little container that says glue on it. That's just Mod Podge. It dries clear. It seals your edges to keep the paint from bleeding under, and gives you nice crisp edges. And you want to do a really thin coat. You don't want to glob your Mod Podge. You really just want it to barely not even be visible. You don't want to see white. You only want to see clear. And then get another clean sponge and find the color that you want to make your bunny and get a little bit on there. Always hit your paper towel first before you go to the bunny. Always start in the center of your bunny and work your way out towards the edges because you want the sponge drier at your edges. You don't want to glob the paint on. You always want to do a very light, thin coat, and you do want to pounce or dab, never swipe. And that's going to keep the paint from bleeding under and making a mess if you want those nice crisp lines and make it look really good. Now I'm just going over it one more time, but also super thin. I'm not globbing. but I want full coverage. You don't have to do full coverage. You could just do one coat if you want it to kind of be a little bit see-through, where you can see the background color shining through. And now I'm gonna peel my stencil off, which is like opening a Christmas present, and ta-da! You have a masterpiece. So you see how crisp those lines are, no bleed throughs. That's the trick with the Mod Podge. So good luck. Please don't hesitate to contact me if you have any questions, and post a picture and tag me with your project when you're done. I would love to see it.